I think the biggest thing for me is visibility and, representation. And my
Yeah.
body hasn't always been like this. And even it's crazy because you can't make anyone happy. When I was I don't know, 130, 140, which is smaller than Tori, which is smaller than Natalie, smaller than a lot of folks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 5'7", so 140 does not look good on me. I'm like
Yeah.
Skeletor. But when I was there in Rivals too, like when I was training, like, I mean, I train now, but like I was training 6 days a week. I mean, my whole life was dedicated to that and food and whatever. And it makes for a pretty boring life. And you don't really have much to do. But, I set a goal and I attained it. You get older and your body changes. But I was even fat shamed then at 140. So imagine what I'm getting now. But I'm like, my ass is still moving. Like, yes, sure. I wish I were a little lighter so I could feel lighter on my feet. But that's just coming from like a movement standpoint of like, I know
Yeah.
how much faster I can be when there's less fat on my ass. It's fine. I can say that. But I don't want someone to take my strength away from me because I'd gained some weight. I mean, I I've never really talked about it, but it was just like I had these two ankle surgeries 9 months apart. Then I had stopped taking my Adderall, I had quit smoking, and then I started taking Lexapro. And if anybody knows, it makes you gain weight. And if you're
Mm.
mobile and you can't walk, you'll probably gain weight. And, but I was the healthiest I had ever been.
I think that's the most important thing right there.
Not anxious anymore. Finally. I mean, I had been, I don't want to get emotional about it, suffering in silence for so long. And I mean, through all these challenges, I mean, my most anxious moments, like just giving up finals because I didn't think I could do it because, oh my God, what if I was in the middle of like I'd never talked to anybody about this. I mean, you are the first person that I said this to that's outside of like my friends group. And it was really hard for me. And this is what healthy for me looks like now. So if you have a problem with that, well, fuck you. Would you rather me smoking a pack of cigarettes a day, taking Adderall and being anxious and being unhappy and being sad? No, I would hope you wouldn't want that for me. So if I can represent all of these things, that means more to me to show that, you know, mental health is important. We should talk about it. One, no
Yes.
one deserves to suffer in silence. And your body is beautiful the way that it is. If it's strong, it doesn't have to have muscles that are bulging out everywhere. And that
Thank you. Yeah,
strength is not just a physical thing. So
absolutely.
we
And
can
thank you for
wrap
saying
all that
this.
shit up and put a bow on it and be like, this is what life looks like. And at 39, this is what my life looks like. This is mine. This isn't for you to judge or to talk shit about, fellow challengers. This is something that's just very, you know, specific to me. Even
Yeah.
though it does resonate with other women, sure, and other people, fine, but this is my lived experience and I don't share it because it's just hasn't been really part of my story. I've been very quiet about it because I'm expected to be so strong. And I don't think mental illness, mental health should be looked at as a bad thing. It is just a thing that happens. And if we can navigate through it and try to find the right things that work for you because it is a task. And finally reach that place where like, you can walk outside and not feel like you want to run and hide. I mean, it's an amazing and freeing feeling.
Absolutely. And I commend you. I think these things shouldn't be taboo. And they don't make you any weaker, they make you stronger. And I think that's something that I've been thinking about a lot with weight because, I get comments, people make comments on everything. And it's like, you don't know what someone's battling with inside.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not for you to judge that because what if someone's sick? What if they're battling something? Mental health, that is battling something. It is
Mm-hmm.
something that is so tough. And I think it even shows that your strength even more that you could be like, look, I've been through all this shit. I am my healthiest.
Mm-hmm.
You might not think I look my healthiest, but this is me showing up at my best. So I'm really happy that you said that. And I think we saw this season mental health become such a bigger part of the season, and even race, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why I love you because you represent so much. Like You really do. Like, you are the most I'm happy that you're getting the recognition as like the face of the challenge, because you represent body positivity, women of color. I feel like even with your like sexual identity, you don't put labels to it. Just everything, you're just like, this is me, and you don't really shy away. So what's it been like? I know when you left, you just said that you were happy, that you just wanted to see a woman of color win. And how does it feel that you were kind of part of that change?
I mean, amazing. I was more upset, well, more moved by that than me leaving the show. I could give a shit if I left. I gave everything I had. It was the most stressful show ever. And I saw all of these women up there, and I'm like, well, this is what I said day one that I wanted to happen. And I had a purpose this season. And it really left me feeling like accomplished. Like
Mhm.
I may not be running the final, but one of my sisters is like, they're especially at this time, because I've been getting comments like, oh, well, you're racist. I'm like, it's so crazy. Black people didn't invent race. So it's very hard to be racist. And, a system that was meant to make us second class citizens. So that's besides the point, but shut up. like, stop sending me messages because they're stupid. And I was basically saying, like, you have Casey, you know, who's representing like Southeast Asian women. And then you have Amber, who's like mixed, and Cam is, a brown woman, but she's Jamaican. Like, you have Nani, who's Latina. Like, you have all these different things. It wasn't like the black women. It was
Yeah,
all of my
everything.
little, yeah, all of them. I mean, my little smorgasbord of like ethnicity and all
Yeah.
of this, because I feel like we're disposable, and I feel like we get thrown away, and we're expected to be strong, and like nothing phases us as a culture, like all of us, we're constantly like the angry black woman or the feisty Latina, or, like you get those kinds of labels. So I'm like, okay, well, our feisty, angry asses are going to get right to the final.
Hmm.
And especially with what was going on in the political climate, like, why not have something so refreshing as to see these beautiful women at the end, these strong women who persevered? And I'm sure they have all in their own way have lived through some type of bullshit. And now you see them at the end, and it's like, yes.